welcome back. This is Zachary Jalal here. I'm so stoked today to show you the first episode of Stupid Coffee. I've been working on this show for a while now, and I'm pretty nervous to show everybody because I've never really done anything like this, as in one-man show production, so I hope it looks okay. Now, if you're new to this channel and you don't know what I'm talking about, well, Stupid Coffee, it's about hourly wage service workers sharing their experiences and how to navigate through work, art, and life balance. That's kind of like the simpler thing about it. My very first guest on Stupid Coffee, and I'm so honored for her to be on here. It's my dear friend, Nia Imani, and she is a very talented person. She does so many different things. I'm gonna let her explain all that to you. So without further ado, people, Nia Imani. Hi, welcome to Stupid Coffee. This is where we interview artists who are working hourly jobs, and where we interview them to talk about their journey as an artist and how they make time in their life to be creative. So today I have our special guest that I know, which is Nia Imani. What would you call yourself?
Multifaceted.
Multifaceted.
Not faceted. Is that the right word? Multi-talented.
Yes, multi-talented artist. But before we start, brew coffee. Today's coffee is by Coffee Project New York. Local company based in New York City. Women-owned business, pretty awesome. Check them out. Oh shoot, I'm on the wrong side. Sorry. What do you think about this coffee?
I think it's good. It's very fruity. I like fruity coffees.
Okay.
I like fruitier coffees like Ethiopia's and things like that. So, yeah.
Perfect. Well, you were actually correct. So this is actually a fruity coffee. It's an anaerobic natural coffee from Indonesia. It says like natural wine, rum, tropical fruit. So yeah. Spot on. Awesome. So I know Nia from basically working in coffee a long time ago. So I moved here into New York. And yeah, we've been friends ever since then. It's amazing to get to interview Nia.
Exciting.
Yeah. So what kind of art do you do, Nia?
Well, like we said at the beginning, I do a lot, but at the moment, I am really focusing on photography. Yeah, I really I don't know, it's within the past year, I started to get really serious about it. And it's a learning process, but I've come a long way and I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
And I love doing it. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, tell us your journey actually, starting what did you do to become a photographer? What made you feel
the pipeline.
Yeah.
So
to say.
I started off as a dancer. And then after that, I started singing. And then after that, I started getting into acting and combined all the three eventually into musical theater. And then soon after that, I got into modeling. And then once I was doing the modeling, I was I enjoyed it, but I wanted to do more. So I was I take pictures of myself all the time.
Yeah.
Why can't I do this with other people?
For sure.
And so that's kind of
where
it came from. Yeah.
Is this again you're from, where are you originally from? Chicago,
I'm from
right?
Chicago.
Yeah.
Southside.
Awesome. Which part?
Southside.
Southside. Is there any specific slang that you guys do over there?
No, I mean, it's really hard. When people ask me, I'm but if I'm actually having a conversation with someone and it kind of just comes out.
Okay, fair. So tell us what you do to pay, your bills.
The bills. I still work in coffee.
Okay.
I work in coffee.
Yeah. Is it in Brooklyn or?
It's in Brooklyn. It's in a Brooklyn shop. Small little coffee shop. It's really nice. Super chill. I get to I get to do things like edit, while I'm working there. I get paid, a decent amount, so I can, buy the equipment I need, or,
Is it a part-time job or a full-time job?
More so full-time. just because like financially, like I need to like pay rent,
Of course.
pay my phone
Yeah.
bill, my student loan bills.
Things are going up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
inflation, all this type of stuff. So it is pretty much a full-time gig.
Yeah. Do you enjoy your job?
I do.
Okay.
I actually do. The people I work with are great.
Awesome.
Very supportive. We're all kind of like in that
Oh
same.
yeah, that definitely helps.
The same like
positivity or like the vibe, I guess. Like you guys are all trying to. Are they all artists too? Is that?
Yeah, a few.
Oh,
yeah, actually,
okay.
yeah, most of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like most of the theme is that nobody's really like just working there unless they're trying to be a manager, maybe.
Yeah, but even still, like, no, yeah, you know.
Okay. Fair. And could you tell us more about your journey becoming an artist? And I know you kind of talked about it earlier, but like, what?
I mean, I kind of just when I started like dancing, for example, I was just kind of my parents just put me in like dance classes and things like that, and yeah, so I kind of like I was really young when I started, creative stuffs.
Yeah.
I started dancing when I was 4 years old.
Wow, that's very young.
Yeah, so I kind of like, I feel like, not that I didn't have a say, but like my parents just like, put me in dance classes. I was in a dance company and stuff like that when I was younger.
Okay.
And I kind of just, like, as I became more and more aware of what's out there in terms of like creativity and artistic stuff,
Yeah.
I was like, I just did it. Like, I just was interested and I just like went for it. And
Is this like just you, or you have a family that's always also
my family, like pretty much my brothers. I
Oh,
have brothers and
okay.
sisters. We're all pretty like.
I mean, if you could sum it up, like, what is like? Are there anybody else doing like art?
Yeah, all of us
All of
for
them.
the most part.
Oh wow! So you're just
Yeah,
just,
I have
a
my
lineage
younger
of
brother who
art,
does
it
music
seems.
and graphic design stuff.
okay.
I have my other brother, like all of my brothers do like drawing stuff
Oh,
for the
cool.
most part, art, visual art stuff,
Nice.
music stuff.
Wow, okay.
So
Yeah, he's probably a different person to interview, but
yeah.
we're gonna focus more on you on this one. So, I mean, what inspired you to become an artist?
I just like being creative. It's like really freeing. You don't have to like think about it as much as like I don't know, like a regular job. I have no idea what that's like though. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the creative aspect, being able to like work with other people who have the same like desires and like wishes as you. Like you guys are like coming together for a common goal,
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of thing.
Okay, a lot of times we, as an artist, you have a hard time, working these like hourly jobs and just so painful sometimes. And I mean, we just want to wonder like what drives you to continue on?
Just faith, wanting to like reach a certain goal and not like giving up.
Is there anything basically that you kind of think or look up to, or like you listen to something to like keep you going, or anything?
I see my friends.
Okay.
They're like out here hustling and doing their thing, and it's
okay.
inspiring to see like my friends go through the same thing as me. It's like I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I do like watch, like, listen to my favorite artists. So
Yeah.
like if I'm feeling like crap, I don't know if I can curse on here. If I feel like crap, I'll
That's
listen
fine.
to like music. I'll watch movies even, like my favorite movies,
Yeah.
like actors and stuff like that. It's just like seeing
Yeah.
people that you look up to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You just kind of like have to keep going. Like you just like I don't like know how to explain it. It's just
Yeah.
like you just got to keep doing it. Like
For sure.
it gets hard, and I've been like I've had my moments where I did want to just like completely give it up, or I've like changed my mind on certain things, and I just take it a day at a time.
Fair.
At the end of the day.
And who taught you this? Did you just like came out of this out of nowhere, or like anybody teach you, or
I think school maybe.
school?
Like going to school, like I did go to a performing arts high school.
Uh-huh.
There was a moment where I was like, I didn't think I was going to continue being an artist.
Okay.
Why
Why so?
Just because I was scared.
Okay. Scared
I
of
was
what?
just of the lack of stability.
Okay, fair. I mean, yes, of course.
That's mostly it. The lack of stability of it all.
Absolutely.
And
Just from there, you kind of created your own.
but then
form of-
and then that I realized like I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I knew at a point in time when I was doing like being an artist and dancing and all that type of stuff, I was happy. Like that was a moment where I was like,
Yeah.
I genuinely felt happy with my life.
Okay, let's talk about like time management situation. Like, how do you, I guess allocate time for your craft?
Discipline. That's the thing. Like that was one thing I struggled with is the discipline aspect, consistency and discipline. I'm just figuring it out because I want to do like, I get tired. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. But like, it's just, I have to make sure like I plan out my weeks, my days, like to the T.
Okay.
Because if I don't, things aren't getting done.
Yeah,
like
fair.
stuff is not happening.
So how do you do it? Like, as in like,
I write
do you
stuff
do-
down.
Do you do like a couple of days? Like, is it on your off days or like every day you take some time out, or like how many hours do you work on that?
It depends. Like if I have a photography, like if I take pictures of someone, for example, I'll work on it while I'm at work.
Oh, okay.
On bar.
Hey,
I'll
no
bring
shame.
in my stuff and I'll
Oh,
just like
yeah.
work during my lunch break.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I like that was it was a period where I was at work. I was just behind bar, just like editing photos, chatting with the people that I needed to chat with to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
sure I was
For sure.
have meeting deadlines and things like that. So yeah, I like to try and give myself like I'm taking pictures. Like I try and turn around like a week
Yeah.
because I know I have like a job and
Yeah.
training, do all this
Fair,
other
fair.
stuff. I try and be reasonable.
Okay.
I do a week tops turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
If it's taking longer than a week, then there's something going on.
Totally.
But yeah, I try and do like a week's top. I'll edit at work, edit at home when I come home from work.
Yeah.
Just kind of like whenever I can just find some time. And then I also know when to just take a break.
Yeah.
Because I used to just push through and it wasn't working out.
Sure.
I was burning myself out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that like, I know also do you still dabble with like YouTube stuff?
No, not
Yeah.
as much. It's just when I was doing it, again, it was just really, it was way more time consuming.
Way more time-consuming,
Way
yeah,
more
okay.
time consuming than I
Yeah.
thought, and
Yeah.
I couldn't keep up with it essentially. So I had to like put it to the wayside,
Fair.
and then also I was having issues with like my computer and all that type. I couldn't edit
Okay.
the way I wanted to.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
Of
like
course,
another
of course.
thing.
Okay, so the next question would be, you good? Is it all right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's good. No, yeah.
Do
I think-
you so there's like some dark times when I feel like nobody really talks about these things, but this is what this whole like show is all about. What my question is what do you do to when you feel like just you don't feel
like doing any like
like
creative?
doing it anymore, like giving up basically?
I take time off.
Okay.
I don't think about it. I talk to my friends, my brothers, and usually like talking things out helps.
Yeah.
Helps me at least. But yeah, overall, I just not now. And then I'll come back
Okay.
later
Yeah.
and be like, okay, that moment's over.
Yeah. Good.
But yeah, I just take breaks. I think taking breaks are super important as an artist, working a job
Yeah.
at the same time, because like you will burn out. Like
Yeah.
I've burned out before,
Yeah.
more than once. I've burned out.
And just to be clear, this job that you're doing is standing on your feet
Yeah,
like
I do stand all day.
like a whole day, yeah, pretty much, and then just very exhausted. So
Yeah.
I can see just like not want to do it, but it seems that you're pretty determined to continue on doing it, even if you're
Yeah,
But, I
I
mean-
just don't like losing.
yeah. But what are the days when you're like, do you give yourself sometimes just like, you know what, today I don't want to do it?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
But discipline, it seems.
Yeah, you got to know when to win. Timing is everything.
Fair.
Like, you take breaks, so you don't burn out. But also, like, get back to your stuff. Like, get back to it. Like,
Yeah.
you got to find a balance. There's
Yeah.
balance and timing, and this is everything when it
Okay.
comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it seems that you have like family also backing you up and friends that are close that help you continue on.
Yep.
To just like, yeah, so, yeah. So for people out there, find friends. I guess.
Go out and get some friends.
Get some friends that can help you out. What are you talking about? Like, what about people who are like toxic? You know, like,
I don't deal with that.
Yeah.
You're not in my life.
Yeah.
You're toxic. Bye.
Okay.
I don't know.
Have you ever had like those moments where, I mean, it seems like your response is that you've had it before and that's you dealt with it before, but you know, the times where you've never really had like anybody in your life that you didn't know that was toxic before, and then but then you realize they are actually toxic and I need to get them out of my life, I guess. Or you just know like, oh man, this person's like a bummer.
I usually try and pick up on that stuff beforehand. Like especially if I do follow someone on social media and I can see like, you know, certain things that they may post or stuff like that, and I'll be like, ooh. But like, luckily, I've never really had. I don't think I've really had many issues with that per se.
Fair.
And if I did, it's a relationship sort of
Relationships,
thing,
though,
but not like friends
For sure.
or anything like that. Like if I did have to cut some folks off, like it's either we just like drifted apart or I don't think I've actively had to cut off a friend.
Okay.
I don't think.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving on to this then, the hot stuff is what about relationships? How do you balance this out? Do you have any? Do you have currently seeing anybody?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
No.
Okay. I guess we really can't go into that question then. It would be more of a balance. Like, how do you balance it out? Like, you know, time with that person, or if they understand.
I could say like with my friends, maybe like spending time with them. Spending time with like that's not to say I don't go out and
well, you have to, right?
date, but like
Totally.
it's also one of those things where it's like, yes, I want that, but like at the same time, like I don't go searching, you know. I like let it come to me.
Okay.
And when it comes to me, when the timing's right, you know, it'll come to me.
Fair. How did you get started like into photography?
Well, I was doing the modeling stuff, and I was doing a lot of like self-portraits.
Okay.
And like little that I did for myself, you know, just little creative stuff there. And then I was like, I can do more than this.
Yeah.
You know, I like being behind the camera. I like being in front of the camera, but I also like more so being behind it.
Yeah.
And I got to finally like, do I like being behind the camera? I got to use the camera with like my roommates to start.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, it's like that control, that creative control.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I just.
Yeah.
I don't even know, like just that.
Yeah, you just got it there. And then like,
it.
how did you kind of like, from your connections, basically all your other friends, is that how you started? You're slowly getting in there, I guess.
I don't really have that many friends who do photography.
Okay.
Per se.
Yeah.
At least not here, not in New York. Maybe in Chicago,
yeah. Okay.
But in New York, not so much.
Okay. Do you have any like particular photographers that you look at to, or try to be, or is your muse in a way?
I do like, because it's funny because like when I started doing the photography, it's something me and my dad kind of connect with.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So yeah, so like he sent me like, oh, you should her name is Lindsay Adler. I don't know if you know.
Lindsay Adler, yeah. Love
She's
her
like
stuff.
an icon, like
For
an
sure,
icon,
of
like
course.
she's just
I
you
love
know.
her fashion photography.
And so yeah, just she's like a main one, a pretty main one. But then other than that, I just whatever I see, I don't know. I don't have any one.
And do you have a particular type of like photography like you're trying to go to? Like,
I love portraits.
Portraits.
I love portraits.
Okay, cool.
That is my I love taking pictures of people.
Do you have a style yet? Do you think?
I think so. I think I do have a style. I like, because I use a digital camera,
Yeah.
but when I edit, I like to make things not look so heavily edited. So if I'm doing some editing, I'm mostly working on like lighting.
Yeah.
And maybe like face like if a pimple there or something like that. Because you know how like in some cases like the photography is like really smooth.
Yeah.
I like texture.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
I like some texture. I like to make things look as natural as possible, but also like I'll throw a filter or something on it, like a grain or something like that.
For the artistic part. Yeah.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I think
Cool.
that's what it is for me. I definitely don't like to, and that goes for like anything in my life.
Yeah.
I don't like to overdo like my makeup.
For sure.
I don't like to do like too, like I like to make things look as
Totally.
natural as possible.
That's awesome.
So,
and
yeah.
and what is your kind of goal like? End goal like?
I want to
If you
be able
can.
to just do like come up with projects and just do them. Like I have like
Freelancer kind of thing, or?
yeah, like a freelance, but also just like. I think I want to work towards getting my stuff in like a gallery. I think,
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
in a gallery or something like
Gotcha.
that. Not so much like
Yeah.
working per
For
se.
sure.
Like I'll do like jobs and stuff like that, but like I just want to do it just for
Yeah.
the creative aspect and
Fair.
being able to just like be in like a studio and just
Mm-hmm.
bang out like projects and things like that and like different themes or
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
stuff like that and. Yeah, but to have it displayed for the people to see. And I actually, I've been thinking about like a project that I want to start like working on, and it's kind of like what you're doing with this,
Okay.
but like photography.
I see.
So like I've like with you for say
Yeah.
like you do your music and all that type of stuff. I want to be like, no, this is Zachary. Or it's like this is kind of like an ode to like my friends
Yeah.
who do art and
Awesome.
stuff like that. So it's like something I'm like kind of working
Kind of working on.
Yeah, so like my
Can't
next
wait
like
for
idea.
that to start.
Yay!
That's great. And situation where like working, or I guess like housing situation. New York City, very expensive. Do you have roommates?
I have roommates.
Yeah, how many
I do
roommates?
have roommates. I have two. There's
Two.
three of us total.
Yeah.
So it's two.
How did you guys meet?
Oh, that's a
Long story.
long
But,
story.
like, friends
We were
first
friends.
or
Yeah,
before?
we've been friends before we even moved in
Oh.
together.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Like friends
Years
when you
before.
moved to New York, or
Yeah.
before New
We
York?
were lived before New York.
Before New York. Oh my God. Okay, cool. So well, that's not helpful, but for the
Yeah.
folks out there. But yeah, cool.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's I feel like if you're living I feel like a lot of people also when they live they want like fancy this, fancy that. Like they want but it's like you got to be like reasonable. You got to compromise. Dance break.
Damn. Yeah, you're saying
You
reasonable.
you gotta be reasonable. You have to compromise,
Uh-huh.
sacrifice,
Yeah.
even
Not
maybe.
getting a suite, living alone.
Yeah.
Manhattan.
No, go ahead and get you a roommate. I mean, I know there are nightmare roommate stories out there, but like I feel like I did get lucky. Also, at the same time, like just fortunately, like I have these amazing friends that I was able to live with.
Yeah.
And like we're all like pretty much on the same page.
Same page. Yeah.
You might compromise where you can. You
So
know that saying, like, I don't know, I'm like, Marvel girl. So it's like a whole where she's like, compromise where you can, and when you can't, don't. Like, So like, yeah, I think a lot of it is a lot of sacrifice and compromising that you do have to do.
So, what gets you into the photography mode? I guess like in that vibe. Like, do you listen to a specific song too, or get you amped up before you meet a client?
When I'm not really, I just kind of plan out a shoot, plan it out how I like to use Pinterest. Pinterest is like maybe FF with my shoots,
Yeah.
because I get to see like a vision board
Uh-huh.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that's like
pretty
pretty
much
much
it.
it.
Yeah.
I listen to music just
Yeah.
whenever. All
You're
the
not
time,
like,
all the time.
oh man, I gotta do some jumping
not
jacks and get.
I
in the
am when
mood."
I'm doing the shoot.
Oh,
when
okay,
I
okay,
am
okay.
in the middle of a shoot, I do put on music.
Okay, like what are you talking about? Like dance music? What we're doing?
Uh,
Whatever the vibe is.
what music? A playlist that I put together, just like songs that I like.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think whoever I'm picked, to
Yeah.
help them, like, because a lot of models that a lot of them, you got to give them direction
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And you don't want them to feel nervous. You want them to feel as comfortable as possible. And so I like to put on music.
Okay.
Music helps me calm down, so hopefully music will help them calm down.
So this is a segment where we just talk about stuff that, questions that, nothing too serious. And it could be anything.
Okay.
So first question is, what beverages do you drink to get yourself in the mood?
I always have a cup of coffee a day.
Okay.
That's like given.
Okay.
I like to start my day with a cup of coffee.
Nice.
But then after that, I just water and juice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Staying
water and juice.
hydrated?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Like a lemonade or something like that.
Lemonade,
A strawberry lemonade or raspberry
Ooh,
lemonade.
Fancy. It is summer time, guys. So if you notice, it's pretty hot right now. So another question is, so if someone told you that like you could have one thing to add on, what would it be in your whole like arsenal of items?
Like in terms of like my photography, like or
Yeah, it could be anything that could help you be more creative, basically, but only one item.
money.
Well, that's besides money. Besides money.
I would definitely like another camera.
Camera.
I would like another camera for
What
sure.
kind of camera are you using right now?
I use a Canon SL2.
Okay. SL2.
I would like to expand my repertoire.
Okay. What kind of camera would you want?
I have like a Mark, like a 5D or some 7,
Okay.
like something like
Like a Canon.
a Canon.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Canon girl.
Fair,
so.
fair, fair. Yes. Canon for life. Canon sponsor us. But okay, cool. And
Yeah.
if someone had, this is another question. Basically, if you had a 10 grand that was going to drop on you right now, what would you do with that money?
I would definitely be in a photography studio somewhere, just taking pictures. Like I say, like coming up, like creating projects,
Yeah.
like being able to like, even include like my friends. Like I have friends who are hairstylists, who are makeup artists,
Yeah.
who are stylists.
Yeah.
Like I would bring them on and be
Okay.
like, let's
Yeah.
build something.
Work all together,
Let's
yeah.
get some models in here that we can use.
Oh, yeah.
Rent out, like I said, a studio space.
For sure.
For the day or however long we may need it for.
Yeah. So 10 grand, like, what are you going to do? Like, buy, like,
I'll buy
Pay for
equipment.
your-
I'll pay for like the stylists and things like that. Pay
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna not pay them. Pay like the makeup artists and stylists
Okay,
and
cool.
regular stylists and all that stuff for their time. I would probably like buy some items, like to like wardrobe stuff is
Yeah.
if it's necessary. Use that money to spend on that.
Okay.
Equipment.
Fair.
Like a new camera and all that type
Okay.
of stuff.
Sweet.
Um,
So my question now is, do you have any advice for any, if you had a younger self or younger you, what would you tell your past? And I know you're not like, you're trying to still get there, but like,
yeah, no, I get it. Just keep going. Don't let anyone discourage you. I wish, in the past I had been discouraged from things and I wish I hadn't. But I was young and I thought this was the way things were supposed to be, but I realized like as time went on, it's not. Like you definitely have what it takes to be your own person and stand in your truth and just live your life.
Okay.
Like if you want to create that thing, go do it.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone discourage you. Stay committed, and you will get there.
okay,
So,
awesome.
yeah.
So, what would be like your, I guess, like your next steps that you want to, what do you foresee yourself and like how are you trying to get out of this?
Well, like
Working the hourly job, that's what I meant.
Right. I don't know. Like, it's kind of like one of those things. Like, I'm also working like to get into tech,
Okay.
to do tech stuff. So I feel like that combined with my I'm trying to do something with my like tech knowledge and combine it with my photography.
Okay.
That is like my ultimate end goal.
I see.
Yeah, I don't have it flashed because I'm still like tech because I'm doing web development, coding stuff right now.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and combine it with the photography. And it was
Yeah.
crazy because I was talking about one of our regulars at the shop about it.
Yeah.
She's like, she's trying to help me get into like, tech stuff. So, yeah, I want to find a way. I've always been like interested in like finding to combine two different things into one.
Yeah, but it's basically this. So basically, we were saying, I guess, like this job, like this hourly jobs are just so painful. I guess.
Painful?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you think?
No, this what I have now, this job that I have now, absolutely not.
Okay. Okay.
That's why I'm like, I'm chilling. Like I get to actually
Yeah.
focus on my artwork, my crafts,
Fair.
and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
So it's really enabled me to
Okay.
like really like focus, because like the past jobs I've had,
Yeah.
not so much.
Terrible.
Like it's super stressful and I cried all the time. And I'm not crying all the time anymore.
That's
so
great.
I think that's a step
Yeah,
forward.
Not crying. Basically, so this freaking lifestyle working in the hospitality world, it's pretty wild. There's a lot of things that happens, and you could get really rough.
Yeah.
Tell me some of your experiences. I mean, I don't know. What are the things that you feel like that were just like intense to your mental health?
I feel, well,
I guess working in it.
it's honestly the people, like the customers you
customers.
get, the
Okay.
customers you get.
Yeah.
Like, yes, like, I've had like horrible managers or
Yeah.
upper managers or
Okay.
whatever, but it's the customers that really like, it's a sense of entitlement there. And it's like, I'm a human being.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk to me like this. Like, I've been cursed out so many times.
Yeah. What do you
by
do in those
people.
situations? Do you just like, you curse back? Oh, what? I don't know what you're doing.
So the thing is, they encourage you not to,
Yeah, of
to
course.
argue
Yeah,
with these people.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it depends. Sometimes I will go back and forth, or I'll get a manager. I'd be like, I'm not dealing with this. It's stuff like just people just act entitled. They like to talk to you like you're stupid.
Yeah.
And all you can say, like at the end, it's like when I leave my shift, I try not to bring that with me.
Yeah.
And so like at the end of a shift, I would just sit down and be like, I just stare at the floor, just like, literally just like this.
Yeah.
For like a few minutes. Talk a little with whoever's around with your coworkers or whatever. Talk a little.
Yeah. Talk a little bit.
Talk a little smack.
Yeah, a little smack. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still, and then it also doesn't help when you do have like a manager or something like that that's not very supportive.
It's horrible.
That
Just comes and
makes
yells
you
at you.
like it's like one thing to do have you do have the crappy customers, but then it's like I think it's even worse because it's like within the family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
sure.
Like it's someone who you think is supposed to have your back,
Yeah.
but then they don't.
Yeah.
And they kind of like make you look stupid in front of the customer that's
Oh my
making
God.
you that's giving you a hard
just,
time.
like, next level.
So it's
I
even
hate
worse. So
those.
you're just like,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, like with the past few jobs I've had here working in hospitality, it wasn't so much like the people that I was directly working with. It was either someone like above that or the customers.
I see.
That I was just like, because I'm also like, I'm the type of person, I am a little bit confrontational. I will like, especially if I feel like I'm being wronged, I will stand up for myself.
As you should.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not that.
Screw these people.
You exactly want to curse so bad, but I'm trying not to.
It's totally fine.
But yeah, all I
I'll
can
bleep it
say
out.
is like, all I can say is like, if you're miserable, leave.
Yeah.
Leave.
There's a lot of jobs out there, right? There's so many.
Like, yeah, and maybe it's like a thing for you to go and search and stuff like that, but if it's not worth it. It's really, really not worth it. Don't try and stick it out.
Yeah.
I've tried sticking out things. Do not try and stick it out.
For sure.
If you can't help it. Like, if you really can't, if you're in a position where you can leave. even while you're there. It took me, honestly, the last job I had, because I was working with coffee, then I worked as a host, and then now I'm back in coffee.
Yeah.
Last job I had, like, I had been searching
Yeah.
for a job for a really long time
Yeah.
before I left. And it wasn't like, and the reason why I left this last job, it was just like the hours.
What was it? What was it? What
I was a
was that?
host.
You were a host, okay.
I was hosting. It was really late hours.
Yeah, and didn't really work out for you, like to do
Yeah.
creative stuff. Not really.
I mean, yes, it helped better than when I was working the last coffee job I
Yeah.
had, but in terms of like, I was just tired all the time.
Yeah, was it the last coffee job you did management stuff?
Yeah.
Okay,
I was a
so-
supervisor.
Yeah, yeah. And that
Was
took
not
a lot.
getting-
That's not a good.
I was not getting paid
So
enough
so
for the
don't
stuff I
so
was
don't
doing.
do supervisor job. That's basically not to get out of it.
Yeah, I feel like once you become a supervisor, you kind of feel trapped a little
Yeah.
bit, and then they try and like push you,
Try to push you, do
push
more
you
work.
more.
So,
yeah, you're not getting paid for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so,
So and then you started working the hostess job, and
Mm-hmm.
that was just messing up with your lifestyle. You think?
it was. I realized I'm not a nighttime person.
Okay.
I am a daytime girl.
The positivity all comes from the morning.
I like to get up in the morning and
Yeah.
do my job, go
Okay.
to work, versus
course.
having to go in later and then stick out through the night.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Just
It
didn't
was
work
just.
out.
It wasn't working out for me.
And then the
yeah.
one now, you're part time, right? You said.
Full time.
Oh, you're full time.
Full-time.
But this one allows you to do more.
Yeah, I'm
work.
able to like not only do I do the photography stuff, I do the weight training stuff too. So like I can do more. I can actually eat. I can actually go to the gym. I can actually do photography. I can do my web. It allows me to do more
sure.
because I'm working the daylight, like during the daytime normal hours,
Of course.
and I'm not like tired
So yeah. So
at the end of the day and stuff like that.
so it seems that working kind of like a more simple, chill job helps out, and then finding the right job for
Right.
sure. And it seems like coffee.
it's like yes, I
is
think
the easy one. In a
yeah,
way.
coffee is like.
Morning,
Yeah, and I
get
also
this
like when I
stuff.
was at the last shop, I was like, I miss like it wasn't that I hated working at coffee. It was where I was working
Yeah, yeah,
in
fair.
coffee, and so I was like, I miss working with coffee. Like it was fun. I like
Yeah.
doing the latte art and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
um,
What does it come in? Totally different situation, but like, is there any like anything you want to say to people who are like feeling like trapped already in this kind of like hospitality world? Do you want to say anything to them if they feel
If
when
you
they feel
feel
shitty?
trapped?
Yeah.
leave. I'm so serious. Leave.
Yes, love it. Get
like
out.
it's not worth it.
Get out.
It's not worth your sanity. It's not worth you being sad over. It's these people don't. They say they care about you. They probably do, but you're not feeling it, right?
Yeah.
So like it's
gotta go.
like you have to
Get out.
get out. You
Totally.
just gotta go. Just leave. Even if it's like if you find yourself hopping from job to job, just like if you find yourself in a situation where you're not happy, leave. That's all I can. That's like the.
Oh yeah.
That's what I can.
Yes, that's definitely a way that everybody shouldn't be crying at work. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Definitely know. I've had jobs with you, the same thing. You know, we work the same kind of job, and it gets really stressful. I feel. But you know, we're always moving ahead and trying to keep on going.
Yeah.
Like all
And like
the other
I said,
artists.
it's not like it's just me. You know, it's like I'm not alone.
For sure.
There's other people that
Yeah.
are also in the same boat, and it's nice. That's nice. That's another thing that helps me like keep going. It's not just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like also like the hourly, you know, the other people who are in the, I guess, hospitality world is also all doing the same thing and
Yeah.
helps each other build.
And you get
upon
to like
our-
you get to like network and get to know one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I guess like this is the sounding off. Where can we find your work?
You can find my Instagram because this is mostly where I post all my work.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's say
Yeah.
like
Well,
French.
it'll be
I have
up
a French.
here somewhere.
It'll
on the
be
side there,
around
somewhere.
here somewhere. You
In the
can
middle,
click
maybe.
on it. It has my photography page, and then like I attached is
Yeah.
my personal.
Yeah.
So like where I do my
sure.
my own projects for myself, like my self portraits
Okay.
and things like that. Say Nia.
Senior. Okay.
So I have Say Nia
That will be-
Photography and Say Nia like my regular page.
That'll be down in the description, guys. So check it out. But yeah, thank you so much, Nia, for talking to me.
This is fun.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. This coffee's
This is-
good. It's
oh,
good coffee.
Thank you. Thank you. This is our first interviewer, I guess, on Stupid Coffee. So check out more of our episodes coming up soon. And if it's already filmed, I guess you can see all of them and continue watching. Thank you again, Nia.
Thanks for having me, Zachary.
Of course, anytime.
Love this.
So we'll see you guys next time. Check out Nia, please, in the description. Peace.